okay? Think it's time to talk. Hina, you first. We already know who did it. Kuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Dots. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know that. You know where? Right here in that rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd have stopped her, even by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Aww. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Kyoko first.
However,
but for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight. And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? It must have taken her by surprise, right?
certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Oh, it's good to talk to you two. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet with her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Kuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as
Come
fact.
on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. It's always a good conversation with you. Like, that's everything in here. Come here, Polar. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Wonder. There's like a false back on this or something. Oh. I've already read this. Get out of my face. Out of my face. Look at this again. The door to the locker is wide open, and on the inside, there's a handprint. Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust. That handprint appears quite fresh too. Most likely someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. But there's no way the killer hid in there until we opened the rec room. I'm pretty sure I already did this. Yeah, I already did it. What am I missing? It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? I mean, I think so. That was literally like right before this happened. Some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room. Looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. Still, this protein can. It's got a label that says Cam A2. Reminds me, Sakura mentioned the chem lab. But you see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter? Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. This chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not the outside. Oof.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Oh, so that's what I was missing. It's very important. Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So then.
Then you should probably go and talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the other two people. I need to hear what they have to say. Andale! This is not what I wanted! No! Why? Leave the area. Yes, thank you. Those other two probably went back to their rooms. Who do I want to talk to first? Just Toko. I guess Toko. I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Who's there?
Who's there?
Oh. The most negative aura I've ever felt. The aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Are you sure about that? She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Dots. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You just said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Kuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. She wanted to meet with Master too? And I just said too, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. That Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the truth bullets. Yay. Is he gonna screw me over later? I think his room was down here. Yeah. I pressed the doorbell. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? I did. Yes, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Kuya and Toko to come too. But when did Sakura tell you that? Well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
All wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and took her to the nurse's
don't look at
office.
me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro's feeling around in his
Hey,
pockets.
come on.
Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. The big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Huh?
Hiro?
What?
Ah! Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro, what next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start? Chem lab. Also, don't think I didn't notice that that's the same candy wrapper that only Sakura and Hina are supposed to have. I noticed. Did he kill Sakura for the candies? That would be kind of fucked up. It was me more kind of fucked up. It would be pretty fucked up. He's probably thinking, you know, like, the suspicion's not on me anymore. The Celeste just tried to kill me, so they would never suspect me. Little does he know. Little does he know. Which it could just be him acting stupid, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I don't think Toko would kill her, to be honest. And I don't know if Kuya would risk it either. I feel like if Toko's gonna kill anyone, it would be Kuya or a rival. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. I think you've been hanging around Toko a little too much. Dots. Oh. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. Not the spilled stuff in the floor. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf, but more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Poison! There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I would. I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And then this powder must have been spilled. That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder should be in here. On this shelf is... One look and I could tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Simply put, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived such ignorance for long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suit you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. What's going on in this shelf? Oh, there's a poison bottle in there. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. Not all of them. So I guess I could consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, Section 3 has lethal chemicals. Sakurai must have gotten the protein powder from Section A, but what concerns me is that in Section A there is a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, so I can look at this? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. Better not leave a footprint. Someone did leave footprints, though. These are footprints. They're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer? That wasn't an offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop, chop. No, sir. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me?
See.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. I feel like he just says that because he doesn't actually know a lot. And he's like, interesting, that's interesting. Interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. So that means that C was already switched over to the A cabinet before this bottle was spilled.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Kuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. We've already determined that. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. It also looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. Yeah. According to Kuya, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Sure. Good day to you, Kuya. This way. That's so sad. And Sakura's just went through so much in the past, 24 hours. I mean, granted, some of it was her own doing. This is the wrong way. But, I'm sorry. If a mastermind held someone I loved hostage, too, maybe I'd do the same thing. I don't know. You don't know till you're in that kind of situation, really. So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? Told Kyoko, Toko, and Hiro what... I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
See.
So along with Kuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But that's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress of my own. Sakura's body and the shelf of magazines and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Why can't you just tell me what the clue is? Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident? If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. She's training me to be the best detective there was. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Toko. One of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in blood. In bold, bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this? It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message. But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. Made sure to put it exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Is that? That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Hina, you gotta stop jumping to conclusions. Like, it looks really sus, yes. But we need to think about all of our options. Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled, she's the killer for sure. That's a conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer? I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes it that much more suspicious. Yeah, because if it's like... The thing is we've already dealt with the dying message, right? So everyone knows, like, that's a possibility. And if it was put back in there upside down... Like... I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new. There's 2 bottles missing, aren't there? So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. I don't know chess pieces. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. But it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Dots. No answer! I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? You're breaking my heart here.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment.
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Kuya's not here, so... Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. That Kyoko left the room. Don't really know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work, collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we
in
doing?
other words,
Got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? Pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles is still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. She's trying to see if it's 2 bottles or 1 bottle. I know it! First, let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles. It's
in
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma bottles inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some
So
here and
then.
there. Okay, then let's give it a try. Ooh! Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew
Frickin' knew it. Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together, and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. There's 2 bottles there. Wow! I did it. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's
Just a
body.
second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know,
Hey.
but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? Dots. There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've gotten perversely used to. Although there is still sometimes. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to
It's
it.
true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands
I
out.
see.
That powder is clue number 1. So, she is the one who walked through the yellow powder. My guess is that someone did attempt to murder her, but I feel like she was already dead. I think maybe she accidentally poisoned herself. That's my assumption. Next is the wound to her head. Look
It's true.
carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me
It
just
would
explain.
seem-
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2
Indeed.
blows. Interesting when you say, and there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands are spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on
It's
either
true.
one. So that's what I've learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all of that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Oh no, it's time, and I don't have the slightest clue. Guts.
You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Well, that's rather rude.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
No.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Fuck, I'm not ready. Ugh. Okay. Gonna have to get ready. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then, the ultimate martial artist, a locked room murder mystery. What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
How about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Crying emoji. He's right, that does make it seem sad.
Can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. Ooh. I'll see you all down there. Dance. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting
Don't
casual.
be mean.
I didn't murder anyone. Hero.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. The poor lady. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here. And that person is one of us. Yeah, let's go. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear run through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our still prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and I felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all-too-familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you? Huh? Really? That's so few. It must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will this class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. I have a really bad feeling about this one. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Ah.
Alright. My skills. Lost in thought, cool and composed. Vocabulary. Effective during the bullet time battle. Cost for... That's all I got anyways. I have no more. I seem to... I wonder if it's possible to get all of them. I don't know. Trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we do not, Hina.
Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
But Hina, what if you accidentally killed her? That's what I'm scared of.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Or if Hiro poisoned her, and then someone else came and hit her on the back of the head. I don't know. Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing it. They always account.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
Don't click anything we have learned.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Some concrete reason why Hina suspects us very specifically. She mentioned it before.
It was
Yeah.
one of you. One of you
Just-
killed.
And what reason did
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
Ah, frick!
That's about as low as you can get.
I missed. Go back.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason did
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Ha! That should have been a miss, but thank you, game.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then, does that mean one of them did it? I mean, most likely. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw
I'm
her.
gonna shoot that one, I think.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
We know exactly who's lying. Oh, trash goblin.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with... There's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never.
You sure did. At least Hiro went to see her.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red
Candy.
polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
He's not arguing.
I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
It's gonna be like this
The
morning.
last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Musta? But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could have only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is
I got it!
when Sakura got the candy.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it. I mean,
You're digging
what I
your
meant
own
was-
grave, man. Dots.
Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Yeah!
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
I don't know.
Incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm
Uh-oh.
talking about her shining message.
And how would you know about that, Hiro? What would a shining message even
At the scene
be?
of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was
Buddy.
a dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Buddy, you literally just gave yourself
True.
away
I
like
saw it
that?
for myself.
See? See?
Hina,
Toko
no,
did it.
honey.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Because Sakura did not write that.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was upside down on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense?
Buddy,
Doesn't make sense. Everything I said makes perfect sense.
you were trying to pull big brain moves with a very smooth brain. You need to chill the fuck out. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Oh.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
It does not. Said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. That time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
When Ogre's body... And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw... What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Yep.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out... What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
There.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Oh, the baby.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because it matters where you were and what was happening when you saw it. Because you might have killed her.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
No.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Her fingers were clean.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Buddy. Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do not doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. So she wrote it with her last dying breaths and then got up and put it in the freaking magazine case?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
Final strike.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Show you the proof. Here's your proof right here. Hero.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
What?
Then, who did write it?
Is the guy you're fighting with right now.
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Buddy.
He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
She was going to end the hostility.
I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
But that's not all that happened.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
And I don't think the head injury is what actually killed her.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, not yet.
I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what was it the hero did that doesn't make sense? Well, the powder, the drink, also the door.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Unless this was Kuya being fun again, you know?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Oh. Oh. So are we thinking maybe it was Genocide Jack, then? It would have had to have been Toko.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. It's all on me. No pressure. Alright.
I didn't want to, but I did it. grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer!
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but this doesn't end it. There's something that proves the wounds on her.
I
Proves
didn't
her
want to,
wounds.
but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
That one.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Dos.
right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
But there's room for 2 more.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy.
Coco.
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Her chess piece. Correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be the object that the Monokuma hat figure inside each bottle is holding. The chess piece. I don't know much about chess though. This one would have went completely over my head. C H E S S E I E C E.
Now I understand.
Very aggressive spelling.
That's it. The chess pieces.
Yes.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
There's a queen
In
too,
chess,
isn't there?
There are 6 different pieces.
Yay.
The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
It has to do with
Yeah,
everything.
Shogi is way better.
Yeah, Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Smashed. It was broken.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
Since they didn't get all of the second broken bottle, so that bottle's heavier.
Evidence.
Evidence that proves it is the weight. The bottle experiment.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
To make sure no one suspects
Because
them.
of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in the case. Must have been used by the second attacker.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Let's measure the handprint in the
You
locker.
killed her. I'm sure of it.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Did you?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
He's not the brightest light bulb, okay?
Someone tighten the screws on his brain. I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
The locker. But none of this also explains the blood and
Hiding
stuff
in
either.
the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
How rude! No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof to show that Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Another one? Another one? So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought, but from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate, simply the Q key, nor use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're just gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless, just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Yay! Well then, good luck and have fun. I really hope they stop adding these things. Moment of truth. Oh no.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing.
Ah! Fuck.
That's enough!
Hold on. The rec room, don't be ridiculous. Lock her handprints. Ah! Fuck! No!
I hate you! I curse you! That's enough!
This should prove it.
Well, at least I don't have to do the whole thing over again. It's just like 2 and 3,
Did
things.
you know someone left
guess.
a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then.
Are you sure about
Let's
that?
just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Guts.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Guts.
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
And then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, you gotta think your things through a little more.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
Upside down.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean? Yeah. Right on cue.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Oh.
Go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Hold on. So that's good. Keep talking like that, and
Well,
Hina's gonna.
That's that. Let's start the vote.
Nope. I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro
What's
on that
wrong?
one.
Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
We are not ready to
No.
vote.
Not quite yet.
There's still pieces of the puzzle we have not talked about, Hina. Calm down.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It
Tell us
wasn't.
your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? No. The one who killed Sakura is... Can't do that yet. Make your argument. The yellow powder. We need to talk about the yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Ah. So the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura. Then the problem is, where did Sakura die? It
I
was...
was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there. I remember waking up.
You were taken by surprise. So you smashed her head in with the
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong.
He was not there.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Hina! Girl, you're trying to get us all killed!
Sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think this...
This has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
I assumed she vomited blood from, like, being poisoned. But that also makes
Then
sense.
she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
Nope.
While everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because the locker was open.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
I think maybe Sakura is the one that
No,
locked
she's
the
not.
room.
I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's...
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
It's one place I might find a clue. It would have to be written in there.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
No!
Monokuma file. I'm so much better at these when I
According to
actually go through the
Monokuma
whole thing.
file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
She's a cool cat.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Girl, you need to calm down. This is a court.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that
You found
the
it?
poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
You found it?
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Kuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive.
poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Kuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were all seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Kuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Kuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that, conversely, the poison must have been... Could it be? Oh... Oh. Ah! Forgive me, I don't know how to spell protein. Pro-T. I. No, E. N. Drink. R-I. N. N. Protein drink.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched.
But then who did it?
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Because I don't see Hina
Once
doing
you
this.
accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
I can't see him
All
doing
they
it.
had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
A protein drink.
Got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
But the thing is that Sakura is the one that had the powder all over her shoes.
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Oh?
Real? Who was it?
Sakura?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Sakura got the stuff from the first cabinet, but I don't know what happened with the... It must be what we found in front of the shelf. Footprints?
I got it! The
Yeah.
footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, The footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
But we know whose footprints
was
they
me.
are. No!
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Dots.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
I kind of thought it might go this way, but I'm also like... I don't...
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be Makoto. Are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Dots. Hina, no!
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived
Hina.
the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I
Hina,
have to
no.
say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Dots.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Dots.
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
I'm not
You're
either.
not about
Like,
to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
no.
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Hina couldn't have locked
Honey,
the door and
words like
shit.
friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Dots.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Sakura had the powder on her
Talking
shoes.
about the locked room problem? Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well,
Dots.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Hina, are you trying to cover for her?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
That's...
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it, but I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac!
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Kuya! In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? Those facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder?
Yeah. And I grabbed...
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section...
No, that's wrong! You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after
Wrong.
that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
They just went to A
That
and left.
contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
Nope.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint yet. That's what she said.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Poor Hina.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
Thoughts.
What the?
Kuya, your plan has all fallen apart. What are you gonna do?
What the hell? What's going on here?
He's
And the
panicked.
footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Whoa.
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Did Kuya do it?
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of
It had
glass?
sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
No, why don't you explain it to me? Why do I have to explain these points that are not my points? I don't get it. Dust. Look how freaked out he looks.
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I don't know. This is the first time hearing about it. The shard of the light blue glass Kyoko found inside the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The window!
It's
I know.
part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it? The bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window. So it should have been on the Section A shelf.
the bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
I think we've already been known this. Hero,
In
catch up.
reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile,
was
the
Kuya.
protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
No, you gotta keep up, buddy.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the
We
glass.
already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not loaded, just a question.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, No, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she could say that is because there's evidence, there's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Because the protein can is on top of the glass from the window, not underneath the glass. Empty protein jar. Go!
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Yes.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, if I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not.
Danganronpa.